You know what this is? This is what I use to shave my head and to groom my face. And believe it or not, I also used it on my balls. Yeah, damn, you're gross. Yeah, I know, but I had no choice. I didn't know better. But I was introduced to the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0. Yeah, 4.0. They upgraded. The beauty about this, it was designed exactly for below the waist grooming. The ceramic blade here helps you not to cut yourself, and I'm telling you, it was the greatest experience I've ever had in terms of below the waist grooming in my entire 34 years that I've been alive. I'm one of the first persons to try the new Lawnmower 4.0, and I'm completely blown away by the performance. So join 2 million men all across the world who trust Manscaped. Get 20% off plus free shipping with code Dominic Rich at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com with code Dominic Rich. Your balls would thank you. Visit manscaped.com for all your personal grooming products. It makes for a great gift for yourself, a loved one, or a friend. Enhance your confidence with Manscaped. Big thanks to Manscaped for being part of the Rich Squad. Guys, use the code Dominic Rich to get 20% off. All the links will be in the description box down below. Guys, let's talk about Concacaf World Cup qualifiers for the 2022 World Cup match day 5 results. I was actually watching 4 games at the same time. I'm not kidding you. I know the Mexico-Honduras game started late, and I had to watch that one alone. Felt kind of lonely after the other 3 was over, but it was still a very difficult task. I actually left my notebook right here and went upstairs and watched the games. Hang out with my wife, and not that she really cared, but I just had to soak in all the games at the same time because I had to come and review the matches anyway. So without further ado, let's get into these games, man. Let's go. Let us go. We had 4 matches today in the octagonal. Panama beat the USA 1-0. I did predict a 1-1 draw. Jamaica and Canada played to a 0-0 draw. I did predict a 2-1 win for the Canucks. Costa Rica beat El Salvador 2-1. I did predict a 1-1 draw for this match. And Mexico beat Honduras 3-0, where I predicted a 2-1 win for El Tri. So let's just take a look at the table before we get into the nitty-gritty here. After their win, Mexico reclaimed the top spot with 11 points, 3 wins and 2 draws. The U.S. suffered their first defeat of the World Cup qualifying campaign with a loss to Panama on the road. So they now have 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss. 8 points. They're second. Panama, with that win, propel themselves to third after that disappointing loss on the road to El Salvador. They're now on 8 points, and they are in a World Cup qualification spot. So that'll do the camp a whole lot of good. Canada, unbeaten, still unbeaten. Canada, along with Mexico, are 2 of the only unbeaten teams left in World Cup qualifiers. Yet another draw. 4 draws and a win to give the Canucks 7 points, and they're now occupying the playoff spot. Not bad at all when you really consider it's 5 games in and there's still 9 games to go. So Canada are definitely on course. Costa Rica picking up their first win of the World Cup qualifiers campaign here with 6 points after 3 draws, a loss, and their first win coming against their neighbors El Salvador here. And El Salvador, a 6th disappointing loss after scoring first. They would consider themselves very unfortunate to give up that lead, but it was difficult, man. Costa Rica just kept throwing the gauntlet, throwing the kitchen sink at El Salvador. So they now have 5 points after 5 matches. Not bad at all, considering that most of us have El Salvador at the bottom of the pile from the get-go. Honduras still winless with 3 draws and 2 losses. Couldn't muster up anything of note to trouble Mexico, and they have 3 points. And Jamaica picking up another point, so that's a positive result there. 2 draws in their last 3 games to pick up a 0-0 draw at home against Canada. Let's get into these games, and just for a disclaimer, warning. Guys, I don't have any notes. I'm going all off the top here and just my impression from the matches because I was watching all 4 games at the same time. Would have been impossible to be writing notes. I would have missed things, and I may have missed a few things, but I just want to react to these matches and just give you guys the gist of what went down. So let's start with the game between Costa Rica and El Salvador here, which included a red card for Narciso Orellana in the 85th minute. And it didn't really affect the outcome of the game too much, though. But it did kind of, hamper El Salvador's fight back late in the match. So Jairo Henriquez scored in the 12th minute. That was a brilliant goal. I was actually stoked after I saw that goal. That was a really good build-up play. Smashed into the play on the edge of the box. He just laid it off, and Jairo Henriquez smashed it in the back of the net. Did I say Henriquez or Rodriguez? I can't even remember. But good goal in the 12th minute to give El Salvador the lead. And they went into the halftime break on top. And I was like saying to myself, I cannot believe that El Salvador are about to win back-to-back games against fellow Central American teams. But Costa Rica, who after going behind were the more dominant of the 2 teams. Gonzalez was kept very, very busy. And I don't understand how Costa Rica did not score in the first half. But it was a good rear guard action by El Salvador to keep them out. And they led at the halftime break. But Costa Rica, Luis Fernando Suarez's men came out a totally different outfit. Really good cross into the box at the far post, and Brian Ruiz, the veteran, headed in to give Costa Rica the equalizer there. Hugo Perez, did he have anything to actually combat what Costa Rica was bringing? No. It was difficult. It was like they were just sending a hurricane at El Salvador. Penalty in the 58th minute, put away by Celso Bojes. And as you could see, the veterans stepping up to do the business. But one thing that Costa Rica needs to work on is finding that bridge across generations. Because if you check the squad, let's just take a quick look at the squad right here. Keylor Navas, the hero once again on the day for Costa Rica, because El Salvador did fight back, and a really, really good shot by, that was I think by Alex Roldan, and an acrobatic save forced out of Keylor Navas. And he was irate. He was like, I can't understand how you guys allow Roldan to get that shot off. But look at the lineup. Navas, Calvo, Duarte. These guys are veterans. Celso Bojes. Even Joel Campbell fits the billing. Brian Ruiz. Even Kesha Fuller has been around for some time. Matarita. Look, it's a very experienced squad. But is experience going to do the job for you? Totally? No. You need that youth, that excitement that the youth brings. Experience is good, but you need that excitement. You need that live wire type player. And I don't think that Costa Rica have that player. That's why after 5 games, they're still pretty much struggling and just picked up their first win. But Keylor Navas, the hero once again, and I'll have to give him the man of the match, because if it wasn't for him, it would have been a different outcome. Because El Salvador did get in on a few occasions, and I have to praise this El Salvadorian team again, because these guys are good. I just got to put it out there. These bunch of players are good, and if they stick to the project, we could see El Salvador at the 2026 World Cup without a doubt. Listen, the goalkeeper Gonzalez was kept busy. He pulled down the attacker for the penalty, and he was lucky to get away without a card. So just want to put that one out there right about now. But neat little team that Hugo Perez is putting together, and I hope they stick with Hugo Perez and they don't, be too impulsive and sack anybody. But Luis Fernando Suarez needed this win because he was under pressure. Costa Rica was under pressure. And now, if we go back and we check the stats, go back down here, they're not looking too bad. They're 5th, 1 point behind Canada, 2 points behind Panama, 2 points behind the USA. they all of a sudden back in contention. And I know it's still early. It's still very, very, very early. But just to touch on some quick stats, Costa Rica 13 shots at goal, 5 on target, 54% of the ball. Not a lot of passes throughout the game, scrappy type football. But I expected El Salvador to challenge because similar conditions to that on El Salvadorian soil. And they look good. I think they challenge and give Costa Rica a good run for their money. 6 shots at goal, 3 on target, 46% of the ball. And they could walk away with their heads up instead of their heads drop because they have been doing pretty decent, satisfactory during the World Cup qualifiers campaign so far. So in terms of who these teams play next, all right, let's just get the fixtures. El Salvador will play Mexico at home. That's a huge match. And Costa Rica will travel away to the USA, which is another big game for both these teams. Good luck. You're going to need it. So let's move on to the next game. Let's talk about the match between Jamaica and Canada. No goals to actually talk about, but I have to give the praises here to Jamaica. Also praises to Canada, but let's start by giving Jamaica the credit here because they've been receiving a lot of stick during this World Cup qualifying campaign. And do they deserve the stick? Yeah, but have they been as bad as the table shows? No. I don't really think they have been as bad as the table is showing right now. They're last in the octagonal with 2 points, but I think they played really well against Mexico and they should have walked away with a point from that game. Let's not talk about the Panama game. That they were not good in that game. The game against the USA, last match day, not so good. They tried, but I think against Costa Rica and now against Canada, they've had, I think, 3 satisfactory games out of 5. They've had 2 really bad games and 3 solid games, decent games. No goals to talk about, but Jamaica did get some really good chances and were unlucky not to put the ball in the back of the net. Junior Flemings hit the post and had a point-blank range header that was blocked by the defender. And Kimar Roof even got a header that was put wide. And Shamar Nicholson was a menace on the day as well. I have to give it to Jamaica. Tapper Whitmore, you deserve some praises for this draw because Canada has been really, really good. Yet another draw for John Herdman and his men, but this could have been a potential banana peel type fixture. And for him to walk away with a point from this, I think he'll be very, very satisfied. And I think that was probably the plan. If you could get a draw, great. The win would be a bonus. Canada did get a few look-ins, but nothing too clear-cut in my opinion. And none of the keepers were really troubled throughout the game, really, when you really think about it. Jamaica 9 shots at goal, 1 on target, 36% of the ball. Look at Canada, 10 shots at goal, 2 on target. Davies did get a few look-ins and some shots that he put wide. But it was a good scrappy game, good battle. And as I said, Jamaica with the clear-cut chances. Unfortunate for them that they couldn't convert. But a lot of positives to take away. Not many negatives in my opinion. I hope the Jamaican fan base isn't really going at Tapper Whitmore for this draw. They probably say, yeah, it's Canada. We should beat Canada. Listen, according to the form right now, this is a big, big, big point. If you look at what Tapper Whitmore did in this game here, he had to rotate to keep the squad fresh, of course, but 4 fullbacks in the defense, and this may have helped because of the pace. Alvas Powell and O'Neal Fisher, along with Kemal Lawrence, has the pace. Mariappa would have stayed back most of the time and be that anchor at the back. But it worked. It really worked. I was like, where are you going with 4 fullbacks in the defense? But it worked. It worked like a charm. Maybe they'll try it going forward again. Damian Lowe could be the one to miss out. Try something different. You see what I'm saying? Anthony Grant, another solid game. And Javon Watson, the veteran, solid as well. I think Bobby Reid needs to step his game up for real, though. I've been calling for him to step up. Junior Flemings, you know, he put himself in some good position there. And Kemal Lawrence with some very good deliveries as well. Blake, you know how good he is in goal. So Jamaica had a solid game. they had a solid game. As for Canada, Jonathan David, I think, has to step his game up. He has been a ghost so far in World Cup qualifiers, if I'm being real. Liam Miller, I don't know how he did not score. I don't know how he did not score. Now I saw his name, that opportunity came back to me. Basically, just a shot with the keeper alone to beat. No pressure, nothing. What he does, slaps it straight at the goalkeeper. So it could come back to bite you in the behind. You see what I'm saying? It could. But, you know, Canada had to rotate their team to keep the squad fresh, with Henry and Cornelius coming in at the back along with Ade Kudbe. And I think Johnston did come in too, and Piette. They did change up the team. And look, you change the team, you get a positive result, which is a draw. Not bad at all. You see what I'm saying? Just think about it. It's not a bad result compared to what the USA got. You see what I'm saying? So this is a great result for the Canadian national team there. So you could see for Jamaica, Jamal Lowe came off the bench, Javanese, Andre Gray, and Devon Williams. Canada, Stephen Estacio, David Waterspoon, Charles Andreas Brim, Jacob Schaffelberg, and Liam Fraser. So John Herdman giving his boys a run out, and the same for Tapper Whitmore. So all the best in your next game. And in terms of the next games, who would these guys play? Let's just go around here and check out who they play next. So Canada will host Panama, and Jamaica will visit Honduras. Ooh, San Pedro Sula. Double check the table for where these teams at. Canada 4th, 7 points, and Jamaica with 2 points. They're 8th. They need to pick up a couple wins. Look, if Jamaica win that game against Honduras, and El Salvador do not get a positive result there against Mexico, and Jamaica could go up to 6th, and things could be looking a lot better than they are right now. So W's go a very, very long way. Just want to put it out there. So look, we have more games to talk about. Let's continue here. So look, let's go. Let's talk. Mexico 3, Honduras 0. Sebastian Cordova in the 18th minute. Very scrappy goal. Good save by Luis Lopez, but the ball went in. Good save off the line. Didn't clear it properly. Sebastian Cordova slapped it into the back of the net. 18th minute goal. 1-0 for Mexico. Minor Figueroa. When Honduras was still in the game, Figueroa got sent off for denial of a clear goal scoring opportunity. And I have to criticize Mexico for not actually finishing off the game a lot earlier. But credit to Luis Lopez. I did mention his influence in goal and that he would be key if Honduras are to walk away with anything at all from this game. But it was a one-sided match, to say the least. One-sided. Albert Ellis played, but you would think he didn't. It was a one-sided game. Rogelio Funes Mori, scrappy goal in the 76th minute, and Hervin Lozano in the 86th. He deserved more goals, and he has been in very, very, very good form. Look, I don't need to talk about this game too long, but this has been one of the more convincing performances by the Mexican national team so far in World Cup qualifiers. Look at how dominant they were. 26 shots at goal, 10 on target. And when I told you about Luis Lopez, yeah, I'm talking to you about Luis Lopez, okay? He's the real deal in terms of goalkeepers. I rate this kid. You see what I'm saying? 76% possession for Mexico, 564 passes with a 90% pass accuracy. And if you look at the stats here, look at the stats. 7 corners for Mexico, 1 for Honduras. 5 shots at goal, 1 on target. They only had 24% of the ball, 183 passes with a 61% pass accuracy. When I tell you outplayed, I'm telling you outplayed. Look, this is a stronger Mexican team. This is a stronger Mexican team here. Raul Jimenez, I think he's very unlucky not to get those opportunities, but he played his role. Jesus Corona, Hervin Lozano. You have Hector Herrera, Cordova coming in for Guardado. Edson Alvarez deserves a lot of credit. Very solid there. Chaka Rodriguez coming in in the right back position. And Cesar Montes, Hector Moreno, and Jesus Goyado with Ochoa with hardly anything to do on the day. So positive signs for Mexico. They go back on top of the table. But in terms of Costa Rica, man, they're struggling. They are struggling, and they're struggling hard. They're holding on for their life right now in the octagonal. Let's take a look at the table really quick in terms of these teams. Mexico back on top, 11 points. If Mexico continues to play the way they're playing right now, Qatar, easily. And when I say easily, I mean like ABC, 1, 2, 3, easily. Easily. 3 more wins, Mexico, safe to say, you're there already. You'll go up to 20 points. I think 20 points right now, yeah, in the region. About, yeah. Guys, let me know how many points you think is enough to qualify for Qatar. Look, it's going to be tight. We know it's going to be tight. It's going to be very, very tight. Because look here, 5 games played. Let's say Mexico do the same in the next 5 games. They go up to 22 points. I think about 20, 21 points. You know, between 20 and 25 points is the sweet spot there. Honduras, they're a very long way away from that. 5 matches played, winless, along with Jamaica. Them and Jamaica, the only winless teams. I need to drink some water right now. Gotta clear my throat for Honduras. Fabian Coito is under a lot of pressure. I won't be surprised if Fabian Coito gets the sack if he does not win the game against Jamaica. I just want to put it out there. I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised. Some of these managers are under pressure. Theodore Whitmore, Fabian Coito comes to mind. Luis Fernando Suarez as well. That win may have relieved a lot of pressure. Yeah, definitely. You know who else is under pressure? Our boy Grego. Our boy Grego is under a lot of pressure right now. Our boy Grego. Wrong game. Our boy Grego is under a lot of pressure right now. Disappointing result. Panama won, the USA nil. I never expected the USA to win this game. Never. Only goal of the game, Anibal Godoy, who's played a lot of football in the MLS. You made him. You did this. You did this to yourself, basically. So, look. Check this. This is the most important stat right here. This is something that I'm going to do that you might actually laugh at this, right? This is kind of funny. Look at this. Look at what I'm going to do here. Look at what I'm going to do here. You see how close I zoomed at? And it's because of this stat right there. 5 shots at goal, 0 on target. The US were absolutely atrocious in this game. Atrocious. But I have to say that after the loss to El Salvador, that Panama had a pep in their step, and Thomas Christensen, who is celebrating a year in charge of the team, came out and he meant business. The Panamanian team meant business. At home, that's where you conduct business. You see what I'm saying? Unless you're a traveling salesman, of course. Panama, 8 shots, 4 on target. 1 in the back of the net. Matt Turner with a brilliant save there. It could have been more. The USA were absolutely inept in the final third on the day. And I have to blame Greg Berhalter here. I gotta blame Grego. Look at this lineup, right? Look at this lineup. Look at this lineup. And I know a lot of people are gonna criticize the lineup. Weah, Zardes, Areola, Leggett, Acosta, Musa, Bello Zimmerman, McKenzie, Shaq Moore, and Matt Turner. I think that creative spark is missing from the team. I know Yunus Musa was very creative in the last game, but he's playing alongside 2 new guys. You see what I'm saying? And 2 new guys ahead of him. Where is the continuity with this team? Does it make sense to change so many personnel? Think about it. Why is Mark McKenzie, Shaq Moore, and George Bello start? I think the U.S. made about 8 changes or 7 to 8 changes. Like, come on. It's too much. For Panama, I think they made 2 changes from their last game. And they have the continuity that is needed to pick up results. If you are going to qualify for the World Cup, at the end of it all, you're going to be like, God damn, we grind, we played together, and this bunch of players right there, all 15 of us, yeah. But for Greg Berhalter, he want to involve about 25 to 30 guys. And this is where, you know, the USA could fail. I think they'll be all right because, yeah, as you can see, poor result, bounce back, poor result, bounce back. You see what I mean? And they would need to bounce back hard from this poor result because this could be a regrettable result for the USA. It could be. It could be. Gotta give it to Panama, though. Gotta give it to Panama. But going back to the U.S. lineup, right? Check the bench. Des played the last game. Tyler Adams. Aronson. I think Miles Robinson played. And Anthony Robinson, I didn't see him in the squad here. But Ricardo Pepi as well. These guys are young. You gotta play them. You gotta play them. Seriously. I'm serious about this. You gotta play these guys. 2 games in a row, you gotta play them. If you wanna switch up against El Salvador a little bit, then yeah. But you gotta play these guys. This is World Cup qualifying we're talking about. This is World Cup qualifying. I know it's important to rotate. Rotate smarter than that, Grego. Jeez, man. Seriously. Like, seriously. It's really annoying. I live in America, by the way. I'm an American citizen, so this is my team. Let's just say this is my team. And I'm also from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, so that's my team too. But look, gotta give it to Panama. Godoy with that goal from the corner. Not well defended. Zardes partly to be blamed there. But credit to Godoy for getting ahead to that one. Bassinas, I think, was really bright in the game. Luis Mejia, man, this dude didn't have anything to do. Nothing. Could have taken out a New York Post and read it. Washington Post, whatever newspaper he want to read, he could just pull it out and he could have a blast. You see what I'm saying? Because it was a poor performance, disjointed, and it was fragmented. And you could find all kind of negative words. It was not a good performance at all. Wasn't. So with that being said, for the USA, what awaits them next? They're second in the octagonal. 8 points after 5 games played. That's their first loss, leaving Canada and Mexico the only unbeaten teams. Panama bouncing back from that loss. The USA, come on, a win against Jamaica. Now you go to Panama and you fail. Got to do better than that, in my opinion. Panama qualified for the 2018 World Cup as debutants, and it looks as if they want to make it again. You see what I'm saying? And that's what you call continuity. We know the USA didn't make it. Could we see them missing out again? That'll be disastrous. That'll be disastrous. So for Panama, another big test await them as they play Canada in their next game, and they will be traveling to Canada. Luckily for them, it's not that cold in October. You see what I'm saying? So they got off the hook a little bit there. Quite a lot, I should say. They got off the hook quite a lot. As for the USA, their next game, Costa Rica. It's not going to be a walkover. You ain't going to grab your dogs and take a walk in the park. Because Costa Rica means business now. They're buoyed by that win against El Salvador, and they're out for blood. Didn't Costa Rica pick up a win on U.S. soil the last time around? I think so, you know. I think so. Let's just double check that really quick. Let's just double check. I'm pretty sure we go back, we could see Costa Rica with a win against the USA sometime in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. So we just scrolling back. We're going down memory lane right about now. Costa Rica 2-0 against the USA. See what I'm telling you? See what? They ain't gonna be playing no games. Ain't gonna be playing no games. So, guys, those are my thoughts. World Cup qualifiers in the Concacaf region for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know if I miss any major talking points. Be a part of the community. Guys, don't forget to head on over. Check out manscaped.com for all of your personal grooming needs. Use the code Dominic Rich to get yourself 20% off. All the links would be in the description box down below. Thank you. So guys, until next time, peace out. Rich Squad. Peace. I just had to have the vibe in the background, you know what I'm saying? Because you know it's a vibe. You know it's a vibe around here, okay?